Okay.
All right, so we are live. All right, Chris. So here we are in Drax Hall, Mount Pleasant versus UWI, leg 2 of the quarterfinals, and it was really hot for a second. We had a little bit of rain, just sprinkling, but it didn't really come down. What are your thoughts on this game coming up?
It's going to be an interesting one. I honestly thought that Mount Pleasant would have gotten the win over there at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex in Arnett Gardens, but UWI came out fighting and salvaged a 2-2 draw with what target man converting a penalty. So I really think this is going to be interesting. I mean, one of the best defensive home teams in Mount Pleasant, only conceding 9 goals at the end of the regular season, and they're heading to the playoffs. Even though this is their first match in St. Anne for the playoffs, they have not conceded any, and they will try not to concede any and progress to the semi-finals. As we know, 3rd and 6th, which is the winner of this match, winner of 6 will go on to face the defending champions, Portmore United, in the semi-final leg. So I think that if Mount Pleasant do go through, I think this is somewhat of a training for them. It keeps them on their P's and Q's. They have to dot all their I's, cross all their T's, in order to get ready for a Portmore United team that a lot of persons know that a lot of persons based on the quality and the experience can beat them. And I think that with this test of, it will be good for them if they go through, but UWI might pull an upset, we don't know.
All right, so I want to remind you guys, I'm Brandon Carvalho, and this is Christopher Scott. I almost called you Christopher Taylor after champs. But we are your hosts for Island Sports Network, but we'll be having a stream coming up very shortly on islandsports.net or our apps, Island Sports Network, on the App Store.
Right.
It's going to be a great stream. You're going to see, 12 cameras and all the angles you want. So if you're looking to save a bit of money as well, we have a promotion going on. If you click the link below and or go to our website, islandsports.net, and sign up today only on the website and use the promo code PLAYOFFS, you get $1 off. So it's only $2.99 per month. So the last month of the league, you're getting the whole playoffs for $2.99 US, which is about 400 Jamaican dollars or so.
About that.
About that. So remember, code is PLAYOFFS. Go to our website, islandsports.net, to do it. So coming to this game, it's actually 2-2 draw. There's no away goal rule in the Russian Premier League. So I guess who are your favorites going into this match? I mean, it was pretty much a dead even game last time. You had a lot of mirrored goals that happened for both sides.
Right.
So who do you think do you think Mount Pleasant will have the edge because they're at home?
I think that either way goals counted or it didn't count, which in this case it doesn't. I think still Mount Pleasant would have the advantage. If it was played in a Draxall first, then I would say the advantage would be to UWI. The first match was played. It was makeshift home match for UWI because, as we know, their home ground is the UWI Bowl, but they had to play at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. So that was their home game, and they salvaged a 2-2 draw. Many persons thought they should have won it based on how they played. I thought they played Mount Pleasant with no fear. A lot of persons were fearing Mount Pleasant heading into this season. They got the likes of Francois Soiby, they got the likes of Cardell Bembo, Ladale Ritchie, Kemar Beckford, all of those people. And those are experienced, skillful players, some defenders that they needed. And a lot of persons don't understand, but I always applaud Mount Pleasant for what they're doing because they treat their business as a club. They treat their club as a business, and that was, I think, a lot of the reasons why you had so many swoops coming over to Mount Pleasant. So I think they played Mount Pleasant without any fear, and I think that's the reason why they came with a 2-2 draw. They could have won it. They had some chances, even though Mount Pleasant had theirs. I think that they came with no fear, but I think the advantage still goes to Mount Pleasant because they're right back at home with a 2-2 draw.
I see. So we have some comments coming in. So we have someone, Believe Bala, who's been a regular for us, says UWI going to win. People asking us to show the match on YouTube. Now I just want to point out that if you are in Jamaica, the game is going to be on TV. So if you have Sportsmax, you can watch it on TV. Our app is available worldwide, so people who can't get Sports Max are able to watch it on our app.
Right.
But if you are in Jamaica, that's another way to watch it if you have that. If not, unfortunately, our the way we're working with the Premier League is to sell these playoffs separately. So we apologize we can't do it on YouTube. But we do want to say, keep an eye out on our YouTube page. We're going to have some St. Catherine football coming up. The Knockout Cup final is this Wednesday. Today is the semifinal between Old Harbor Bay and Portmore, and De La Vega City and Dundee Holding.
Right.
So there's 2 Premier League teams playing in that game today. And we're going to be streaming the Knockout Cup final, St. Catherine. Most likely it will be Portmore versus Dundee Holding. But keep an eye on our YouTube page. That game will be free, so you can keep an eye on that. So, yep. You want to see
Yeah. I just wanted to just swerve a little bit. I think that the knockout, it's just like English football or European type football, you know, like a West Brom beating a Manchester City or something like that, where you don't do so well in the Premier League that you have the title, or you go to Champions League and face for a chance at the European Cup, but you do have a knockout title that you can hold in your hand and say, listen, I can be the guys that are the defending champions, and I can actually win and hold a cup for myself. So I think it's a very good chance for Dundee Holding, that had a very good late surge at the second half of the season, to attain their place in the Red Stripe Premier League. I think that really and truly, and kudos to both teams. You know, Mount Pleasant and Dundee Holding were the 2 teams that actually came into the league from last season. Yeah. And they're here, and they're still in the Premier League for next season. So I think that we have to applaud them for that, because they held their own. They had a brilliant second half to the season, got some very good clean sheets, some 3-0, some 2-0, some 1-0. And I have to applaud them. So now they have a chance, if they beat De La Vega City, to maybe, because Precious think that Portmore is going to the finals, to be honest, and you can have a chance of beating the defending champion and say, listen, you're not the only guys that can beat them. See, we have a trophy and our hard work paid off.
I want to give a special shout out to everybody watching on our app and our website. Thank you so much for the support. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to be here on location, filming this pregame show, and just keeping the dream alive of hopefully next season streaming every single game of the season. So we're really trying to stream every game, so that's your support is really helping us out there. Now we have some comments coming in from YouTube. A lot of Mount Pleasant fans coming in now. We have Kevin Genius saying Mount Pleasant today is going to win. Shelton White says Mount Pleasant all the way. And Renal White says, how you mean Mount Pleasant is for his money? So he's definitely confident for Mount Pleasant win. And you know, these fans are always known to be, well, they just came up in the first season here, and they've really made their presence known. So we saw in the press conference everybody talking about the 12th man and how this audience really impacts the game on the field. Do you think that gives Mount Pleasant a really big advantage to for UWI coming into here? Yeah,
just to quickly answer that, because the players are settling into their different seats for Mount Pleasant, and the ball boys are here. So advantage Mount Pleasant, yes, I do think so, but it's not a 100% advantage, because we've seen a lot of big teams go home and lose. Whether it's here, whether it's Europe, whether it's South America, North America, Africa, whichever continent or region that you might think of. And I think that in order for UWI to pull out a major upset, I think they need to go into this contest without any fear at all. Just hit the ground running like you did. Play at your pace. I spoke about Mount Pleasant playing at their pace, and UWI also playing at their pace. UWI played at their pace for about 60-70 minutes, and then they kind of fell off a little bit, and I think that is why the game ended 2-2. I think overall UWI just need to play their pace. They're not as fast as Mount Pleasant. Yes, they have some sort of quick players, but they don't have the quick players like Mount Pleasant. There, Rum Campbell is from Mount Pleasant. Carly Bembo, Kemar Beckford can really go forward, and they can go forward with quickness. So I think that overall they have to just play at their own pace, slow down the game, and if they do that, I think they do have an advantage to create an upset here at Jackson Sports Complex.
All right, so I think it's safe to say for me as well that Mount Pleasant definitely does have the advantage. and it's going to be an interesting game. Tomorrow's game, very quickly, is Arnett versus Cavalier.
Wow.
8:30 p.m. Jamaica time, 9:30 p.m. United States time, or sorry, Eastern Daylight Time.
Arnett have a mount to climb.
We just posted our highlights yesterday. If you want to take a look at that. But real quick, I guess, what are your thoughts on going into tomorrow's game? Do you think Cavalier have a chance? Or sorry, Arnett have a chance? Or do you think Cavalier has
Arnett does have a chance, but Cavalier, I think, have this one in the bag and go to the semifinals to face Waterhouse. I think that Cavalier kept their composure. That was a stamping ground for Arnett, Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. So they had the 12th man at that venue, whereas UWI didn't have their 12th man. Well, I would say more than likely because they played at Arnett. So I think the fact that they went there, what they did is that they didn't cower. They used the fact that Arnett were down to 10 men very early on. They did score, mind you, they did score before the first red card was, or the only red card was issued.
Yes.
And I think they took advantage of that. They could have won 4-0. I think that Nelson should have dispatched that brilliant ball from Marsh.
Yeah.
But a very good save by one Damian Hyatt. And I think that they will go now to Waterhouse, which should be their home game, with a lot of confidence that says, hey, we can beat you, and we know we can, and we're going to get the job done come tomorrow.
I see. All right. Well, it's going to be an exciting match, and we will have our pre-game show again tomorrow at Arnett and Cavalier. We're still keeping an eye on some comments, so you guys can keep them coming in. Still, people are asking if we're going to be on YouTube. Unfortunately, no, this game is going to be exclusively on our website and app. I want to take a quick thing about our discounts. We have a playoffs discount. If you go to the description and sign up on islandsports.net, use the code playoffs, you get $1 off. It's only the first 50 customers. So if you go there and it's not working, unfortunately, you didn't make it. But it's only the first 50 customers can get that. So we're going to be finishing up here soon. I guess real quick, score prediction.
Mount Pleasant to win by 2-1.
All right, I'm going to say Mount Pleasant still, but I'm going to say it's going to be a draw. I'm going to say either 1-1 or 0-0. And I think Mount Pleasant's really going to try to control the game with possession and go forward with that. So, all right, so on behalf of Island Sports Network, again, if you want to watch this, links below, islandsports.net or Island Sports Network on the App Store. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching on the website, enjoy the game, and we appreciate your support again. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Don't forget, on YouTube, St. Catherine, knockout finals, and then we go back to CASAFA Super League. This weekend we didn't. We're going to go back to CASAFA Super League as well. So thank you so much for watching and also listening.
All right, enjoy the game. Thank you.